everyone, my name is Courtney Pippin-Mathur. I am an author and illustrator, a teacher, and I am entering the world of art and craft markets. Welcome to my channel. Earlier this year and the year prior, I worked at a bookstore in addition to illustrating picture books, and I really loved it, but I had to quit for health reasons. And so when I knew that I was going to stay at home more, I wanted to fill my days illustrating picture books. I love it. Getting kind of too hyper-focused and really stressed out when my next book was coming out, hearing from my agent, who was wonderful, by the way. But so I decided I wanted to do something else. And when I was thinking of other things to do, I decided, why don't I just continue to pursue a career in art? I found out about picture book illustration. It was definitely the correct path for me to go on. And like I said, I have loved it, but now I wanted to try other things, creating other different types of art. And so that's what I've been working on since January of this year. And some of the types of art that I've been creating are things like little paper mache figures and little polymer clay figures too. And they're so much fun to do, and I started amassing more and more of them, and I knew I needed somewhere to sell them. I don't have a huge amount of room, and they were just kind of sitting around. So I started researching the world of art and craft markets, and thanks to YouTube, I found a lot of great videos. My first craft market that I got into was Halloween. It was great. I did about $375 in profit. It was a $35 fee. They do ask for 10% back, so altogether it's about $60, $75 fee. But with the $300 in my first market, I was quite happy. Then the other two markets didn't go too well. One wasn't even technically a market. It was just kind of outside the shop. And the people were wonderful, but it just wasn't a crowd. The other one was at an outdoor market. You can watch the video on that one. My first holiday market was at an outdoor market. But this weekend was at an indoor holiday market. And I'm happy to say that it went much better, and I recorded some footage. So come along with me as you see how it went. Hi guys, so I am just parking the car after getting home on day one of my first big holiday art fest, and it went well. The other vendors were awesome, and I made $300 for the first day, 300-ish, so that's pretty good. The vendor fee was a little bit more than at the other event where I made $300, but so far pretty good. And I have tomorrow too, although tomorrow is a shorter day, so I'm expecting it won't be maybe make as much money, but yeah, pretty good so far. I like this one. I do think I'll repeat this one. The only bad thing is that my table collapsed,
and it totally was through no fault of my own. They gave you the tables at this event. It was a tiny bit traumatic, but of course I did have a lot of help from the other vendors and nothing broke, so that just shows you how strong my little polymer clay figures are. All right, talk later. Bye. Good morning. It's the second day, the Sunday of the market, and I woke up a little bit early today. Have a little bit of a head issue going on, but we're gonna power through and hope that today is as good as yesterday.
Great thing that I've discovered about markets is just meeting the other vendors. It's amazing to meet other people who create things, artisans of all types, and how they do this, how they make a living and stuff like that. And this market was no exception. I met some of the other vendors. I also had help when my table collapsed, which you saw in the video. It was so funny because I saw it going this way, and one of the legs, they obviously hadn't put it out all the way, and so it just went down and it went zoom. And it was a loud resounding boom. Everyone turned and looked, and I'm like, but luckily people rushed over to help me and nothing broke, as I mentioned earlier, so that was wonderful. So I had a great time at this market. I really did love it. So my sum total for the 2 days was about $475, which was great. The fee was a little bit higher for this one. I believe it was $95. So my net profit was a little lower, or about the same as last time. I'll have to do the math on that later. But the best part, guys, was that, and I don't have them with me because I sold them, but I have been wondering if these little guys were worth it, right? I love making them. They're so much fun, and I had made quite a few. This one is my favorite. She's a little banged up because she was sitting on my desk and got paint stuff on her, but she's the one that I'm keeping. But I sold 2 of my little witches, and that made me so happy. I also sold one of these guys, my other Christmas little gnome figure, so that was really exciting too. One of the coolest things was on Saturday is that this entire family came up and they chose an ornament for each kid from my selection. So they purchased 3 or 4 ornaments, which was amazing. And then they also purchased several stickers and several prints, and it was just really great to connect with people, especially an entire family, mom, dad, and 2 out of the 3 kids were there with them, and a friend, and they just all really liked my work, and it was just amazing to be able to do that in person, because as an author illustrator, often, I don't get to see people really enjoy my work, except for when I do things like school visits. That was probably my favorite part, was just meeting these people who really got and loved my work. All of my illustration work, of course, or illustration-ish work, I should say, like the stickers and the prints, as well as the ornaments, which are a little bit different, and especially for the paper mache and the polymer clay things. That was my last market for this year. I decided to limit it to 2 markets for this first year because I have teaching that I was doing that I just wrapped up through Highlights Foundation. I also do one-on-one mentee programs with aspiring author illustrators. If you're interested in that, check out my website below. I have just a few slots left for this session starting in January. Everything else that I did not sell at the market, there are a few things left I'm putting on my Etsy shop. I'll also have that link below. And I'm just going to enjoy the holidays with my family, and I hope that you guys do that too. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop them below. If you have any advice on markets, I'd love to hear it. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.